What's up, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the channel. We've got a killer show for you today, diving into some of the most talked about stories in the wrestling world. We're talking behind the scenes insights from WWE legend, a former champion's shocking retirement, and a Hall of Famer explaining why you'll never see the return of a beloved brand. So let's get right into it. Jim Ross on the controlled chaos of working with Vince McMahon. We're kicking things off with a fascinating look back at the past, courtesy of the legendary Jim Ross. On his podcast, Grilling JR, the WWE Hall of Famer pulled back the curtain on what it was really like to work with Vince McMahon back in 1995. JR described the process as hectic and unorganized, saying that every meeting revolved around Vince's schedule and that he would often take phone calls throughout the entire creative session. JR explained that Vince was hands-on with every aspect of the company, from t-shirt designs to pay-per-view graphics. While it was challenging, Jim Ross said he learned a lot from being so close to the former CEO. He contrasted it with his time working with Bill Watts in Mid-South, where meetings were much more structured and uninterrupted. JR even joked that one of the highlights of those long meetings with Vince was getting to be the one to run to the deli for food, just so he could sneak in a smoke. It's an incredible glimpse into the mindset of a man who built a global empire and a reminder of how much the business has changed. Rhea Ripley's endorsement of Candice LeRae. Now let's talk about the present. The former WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley recently gave a shout out to a fellow superstar who she believes deserves a bigger push. In an interview with Sports Bible, Mommy was asked who she thought was the most underrated talent in WWE. After thinking about it for a second, she singled out Candice LeRae. Ripley praised Candice's in-ring skills and veteran presence, saying that she is a calming force with great ideas. The champion said that she loves working with her and that she wishes someone of her caliber would get more TV time and more opportunities to show what they can do. It's always cool to see one of the biggest stars in the company give a deserving talent a public endorsement, and it shows the level of respect Rhea has for LeRae. The backstage reaction to Nick Khan's Triple H speech. Next up, we're heading south of the border for some backstage buzz from AAA. We've talked about WWE's new partnership with the Mexican promotion, and now we're getting more details on how it's being received by the talent. According to Fightful Select, WWE President Nick Khan gave a speech to the AAA roster before a recent event, assuring them that WWE wasn't there to change the company. He said they were there to help AAA reach a global audience. While the report says there was no resentment, the talent reportedly felt a sense of skepticism, believing that WWE's influence was already clear at the event. The sources noted that The Undertaker has been incredibly influential backstage in AAA, which makes sense since Triple H has confirmed that Taker is under a long-term Legends contract that allows him to be used in various roles. It seems like the landscape of wrestling is changing in more ways than one. We, the people, say goodbye. Jake Hager retires. He was a former WWE World Champion and an MMA fighter, but now Jake Hager is hanging up his boots for good. The man formerly known as Jack Swagger confirmed on the Inside with Chris Van Vliet podcast that he has officially retired from professional wrestling. Hager said he's very jaded from his time in AEW and that he had accomplished everything he cared about in the business. He's now moving on to a new venture as a professional driver and is starting his own trucking company called Hauling Oats. Hager also opened up about his time in AEW, specifically in his role in the Inner Circle and the Jericho Appreciation Society. He talked about how much he loved working with Chris Jericho, calling him the #1 guy on his Mount Rushmore for his ability to constantly reinvent himself and elevate the people around him. It's a bittersweet farewell for a guy who had a long and unique career in the squared circle. We're gonna miss you, Jake. Bully Ray explains why ECW can never be revived. And finally, let's get extreme with Bully Ray. On Busted Open Radio, the WWE Hall of Famer was asked if he would ever want to bring back ECW, even for an ungodly amount of money. Bully's answer was an emphatic no. He said it's impossible to recreate what ECW was. He explained that ECW wasn't just about the hardcore wrestling. It was about the right guys, right time, right city, and the organic rebellion against the big two of the time, WWE and WCW. He compared it to an F5 tornado, saying that the conditions needed to be perfect for it to happen. Bully said that ECW changed professional wrestling and that it was a movement, something that can't be manufactured or brought back just for money. And if anyone knows what made ECW special, it's Bully Ray. And that's about it for today's episode. Let us know what your thoughts are about what Bully Ray just said, and as well as other news that may have struck a nerve in you. Drop a comment down below and subscribe to this channel. And let us know what wrestling content you want to see from this channel. See you next time.